Today we are taking a look at Yui Kotegawa from To Love Ru Darkness. This is the Yui Kotegawa figure in the Aqua Float Girls line by Taito. To Love Ru Darkness is a romantic comedy series with science fiction elements centered around school life, alien characters, and character-driven situations. Within that story, Yui Kotegawa is known for her serious attitude, disciplined personality, and easily embarrassed reactions. That strict personality and shy side give her a very distinct presence in the series. Today's highlights for this figure are the embarrassed expression, the three-dimensional swimsuit, and the pose on the float ring. The first highlight is the embarrassed expression, her wide yellow to orange eyes, the blush on her cheeks, and the slightly open mouth work together to create a shy and flustered impression. The upper and lower teeth are visible inside the small open mouth, which makes the expression feel more hesitant rather than simply smiling. The hand placed near her face also supports that embarrassed mood, and the hair framing the cheeks helps guide the viewer's attention back to the face. The second highlight is the swimsuit. The yellow bikini top has separate raised cups connected by a small ribbon at the center, so the chest area has a clear layered look instead of one flat surface. The thin straps include small gray fasteners, and some sections follow the body, while other sections lift away from the skin. On the lower body, the bikini bottom strings mainly press into the waist, while the tied loops lift away from the body. That difference between pressed-in strings and floating ties makes the swimsuit feel especially three-dimensional. The third highlight is the pose on the float ring. Her body rests sideways on the pale green float ring, with the torso gently turned and the legs folded into a compact crossed shape. One hand is raised near the face, while the other is placed closer to the inner part of the ring, so the upper body has two different directions of movement. The float ring has her name written on it, and the blue clear parts below it add a simple water-like base while keeping the focus on Yui's pose. This channel brings you figure reviews and anime merchandise updates straight from Japan. If you enjoyed this kind of content, don't forget to subscribe. The face is built around large eyes that shift from yellow to orange. The upper eyelid lines frame the eyes clearly, and small highlights are placed inside the pupils. Her cheeks have a red blush with fine diagonal marks, and the slightly open mouth shows both the upper and lower teeth. This gives the expression a mixture of embarrassment and hesitation. The corners of the mouth sit slightly downward, so the viewer's attention moves naturally from the blush on the cheeks to the shape of the mouth. The front hair is divided into several strands that fall from the top of the head toward the forehead. A longer, thinner strand sits closer to the center, while wider strands on the outer side follow the outline of the cheeks. These side strands frame the face and connect the head area to the upper body. The strands that pass along the side of the face overlap with the bikini strap near the neck, so the hair and outfit are layered rather than treated as one flat area. The hair that continues toward the back uses clear parts. The color changes from black near the roots to brown toward the ends, creating a visible gradation across the long hair. The back hair is not made as one single sheet. Instead, it is separated into long, narrow strands that overlap in several layers. The center area falls closer to the back, while the outer strands spread away from the body. Each end curves in a slightly different direction, and the brown color becomes stronger toward the tips. The clear ends leave small gaps between the strands, making the layered depth of the hair easier to read. At the back, The central strands form a longer vertical flow, while shorter strands around the outer edge spread diagonally and change the outline of the hair. The yellow bikini top is made with two separate cups connected by a small ribbon at the center of the chest. Each cup projects forward with the shape of the body, and a thin edge runs around the outside, separating the raised surface from the border. The center ribbon has a small knot, two loops, and short hanging ends, so it sits over the cups as a layered detail. Thin straps extend from the cups toward the neck, with small gray fasteners attached along the way. The yellow straps continue on both sides of those fasteners, making the straps and fasteners readable as separate parts. The straps follow the chest and neck, but some sections lift away from the skin instead of lying completely flat. Near the face, the strap overlaps with the hair, so the yellow line appears between the black to brown strands. A thin strap runs under the chest and continues around the body toward the back. On the back, the straps meet near the center and form a small knot, with loops and short ends extending outward. These tied parts lift away from the back and sit near the inside of the long hair. The torso turns gently while resting sideways on the float ring. One arm is raised near the face with the fingers slightly curved, while the other lowers toward the inner opening of the ring. The yellow bikini bottom sits around the waist, with the front and back pieces connected by thin side strings. The front piece narrows toward the base of the legs, while the back piece follows the rounded shape of the hips. The side strings mainly press into the skin around the waist, creating a small indentation above and below the line. On the outer side of the body, the tied section separates from the skin, with small loops and short ends lifting outward. This makes the bottom feel more three-dimensional because the pressed-in string and the floating tied parts are clearly separated. The legs are folded in front of the body and overlap each other above the separate float ring. The upper leg crosses over the front, with the thigh forming a large, rounded curve before the knee bends and the lower leg angles downward. The other leg stays slightly lower, so the two legs create a clear, layered arrangement without becoming a simple seated shape. From the knees to the ankles, the legs become slimmer and both feet extend forward at different angles. The toes are separated one by one, giving the ends of the legs a clean finish. Part of the yellow bikini bottom can be seen between the folded legs, so the lower body keeps a layered connection between the waist, swimsuit, and legs. The float ring has her name written on it, keeping that part simple while the main focus stays on the folded pose and the bikini details. This figure is approximately 10 centimeters tall. That's about 3.9 inches. For size comparison, here's a 350 milliliter can. That's about 12 ounces in the US. Overall, Yui Kotegawa by Taito stands out because this figure combines a shy expression, long clear hair with a black to brown gradation, a yellow bikini, and a compact pose on a float ring with her name written on it. The face leaves a flustered first impression. The eyes are large, the blush is clearly placed on the cheeks, and the slightly open mouth shows both the upper and lower teeth, so the expression feels embarrassed without needing an exaggerated pose. The hair strengthens that presentation very effectively. The front strands frame the face in several layers, while the longer hair behind the body uses clear parts and shifts from black near the roots to brown near the tips. Those long strands overlap in different directions, giving the back of the figure a wider and more flowing outline. The upper body works well because the swimsuit layout and the pose support each other closely. The yellow bikini top has two separate cups connected by a small ribbon, and the thin straps include small gray fasteners. Some sections of the straps follow the body, while others lift away from the skin, making the outfit feel more three-dimensional. The back tie also appears between the darker hair strands, so the rear view keeps a clear outfit detail. The lower body gives the figure much of its appeal. The bikini bottom follows the curve of the waist, and the side strings mainly press into the skin, while the tied loops lift away from the body. The folded and crossed legs are arranged above the float ring, and the ring has her name written on it. This keeps the focus on the swimsuit details, the layered legs, and the compact pose. What makes the figure especially effective is the way all of these elements connect. The eye can move from the embarrassed face through the central ribbon down into the folded legs, and then return through the flowing hair and raised hand without feeling stuck. Because of that, fans of To Love Ru Darkness or Yui Kotegawa will likely enjoy this piece very much. Collectors who like shy expressions, swimsuit outfit arrangements, and compact Aqua Float Girls poses should find it a very satisfying addition. That's it for this video. If there's any part of the figure you liked, feel free to leave a comment and share your thoughts. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.